Okay, hi students, welcome back. Okay, I hope you're ready for today's lesson. I'm your teacher, Lisa.
Hi, I'm your teacher, Robin. Did you have a chance to practice what we've learned?
Last week we learned how to learn opening expressions for conversations and also learn how to get information, more information from your colleagues or your friends. Okay, 我可以再给你几个例句哈。If you want to open a conversation, you can start with "Excuse me." Okay, you can also start with "I wonder if you could," or you can say, "If you don't mind." I hope you don't mind me asking something, okay? And what about delaying?
Yes, we also spent some time last week on delaying techniques. Maybe someone asked you a question and right now you are not ready to answer. Mm-hmm. So we gave some patterns that you could use to delay for a little while, a few minutes or a few days to get your answer. For example, I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. I'll get back to you. I can't tell you right now, but I'll find out and call you soon. Those kind of phrases.
还有很多delaying techniques 会非常好用的，同学一定要找时间用它，记住它。Okay, right now I think we better go into our today's chapter focus, so you know what we are going to learn today. All right, chapter focus.
Number 1, to learn acceptable and unacceptable topics for small talk.
今天我们要再谈到一些社交谈话里头的一些应该避免的一些话题，或者是一些可以被接受的谈话的话题。
Number 2, to be able to initiate conversation and answer questions while making small talk.
然后你也要开始学习，就是怎么样开始一个谈话，然后甚至在谈话当中怎么样互动，以至于你可以有一个很好的社交的小谈一个 small talk. All right, Robin, since you've been in Taiwan for quite some time and you've been to Asia, other country, I wonder if you have ever had an experience that people ask you a question, then you don't feel comfortable to answer their questions. Do you have that kind of experience?
Yes, I have had that experience. Sometimes people will ask about weight or wrinkles or my big nose or my Irish freckles.
OK， 刚刚老师说他在亚洲很多年，在台湾也好多年，有时候被人家问到一些问题，他觉得不太 personal 哈，不太舒服回答的问题。他说有的，比如说人家讨论到他的体重啦，讨论到他脸上的皱纹啦，或者是讨论到他肩膀上的有一些的那个斑啦、雀斑啦，这些他觉得有时候不是很舒服的。Well, next we are going to watch our first conversation, and you pay attention to those questions a Chinese friend to ask the foreigner. Those topics are acceptable. 那些是可以接受的话题。So this is the first conversation that you're going to pay attention to those topics. All right, let's move on to conversation 1. So, Robin, is this your first visit to Taiwan?
Yes, it is.
What's your first impression of Taiwan?
Well, I have to admit, the food is really delicious, but I'm not into eating stinky tofu and chicken feet.
What about the weather? Is it very different than where you're from?
It's very different, actually. Where I'm from, it's very hot and dry. Taiwan is hot too, but the humidity is killing me.
I'm sorry to hear that. I would guess our traffic situation must have been really challenging for you as well.
You can say that again. It's like a ride at an amusement park.
What do you do in your leisure time?
Since I have a family, I spend time with my kids after work and stay busy taking them to school activities. And you?
Well, in my free time, I enjoy cooking and reading. How do you like your job?
If all my business trips were this nice, I would enjoy it more. Actually, I enjoy my job a lot.
So do I. I enjoy the challenge of a fast-paced job.
In the last skit, these topics are all acceptable topics to talk about. It's always safe to discuss leisure time.
Yeah, leisure activity. 刚刚老师用了一个 leisure. Robin, is the leisure time the same as the free time?
Yes, free time, leisure time, it's the same. You can use either word.
OK， 刚刚老师问他 leisure time 跟 free time 有没有什么差别？没有差别，就是你的休闲时间，你有空的时间。Well, maybe Robin, you can give our students some examples.
I'm looking forward to more leisure time after this semester. Or, in my leisure time, I enjoy going to the amusement park.
Amusement park. That's another key word in our text. Want to talk about that?
Yes, an amusement park always makes children smile. It's a place where people will pay money to go on rides and play games, maybe to win prizes.
Okay, amusement park 就是游乐园或者像主题乐园，就叫 amusement park. Well, we can look at more examples.
Kids love to go to amusement parks during the summertime. The roller coaster is the most important ride at an amusement park.
OK， 接下去我们要来看第二个 conversation。第二个 conversation 是一些 inappropriate topics。我们看到了这个女生问了那些外国朋友一些不太适合的 inappropriate。Maybe Robin want to talk about more about these keywords.
Something that's inappropriate, that means not appropriate. Something you should not talk about. Maybe it's not polite, makes the person feel uncomfortable. Here are two samples. If you ask inappropriate questions to people, you will embarrass yourself. And it seems inappropriate for us to talk about this topic.
OK, inappropriate 就是 not appropriate 不太适合的。不应该在不适当的题目话题，所以待会这个短句就是关于一个女孩子问一些外国朋友一些不适当的话题，同学们要听那些问题，你不应该在下次跟外国朋友在一起或外国访客在一起的时候问的问题。Well, I think it's a good time to watch our dialogue too.
Hi, Brenda. My name's Tessia. How do you do?
Nice to meet you, Tessia.
I really like your briefcase. Where did you get it? How much did it cost?
Well, actually, it was a Christmas gift. I don't have any idea of the price and wouldn't dare to ask.
Are you married?
Well, not yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. There's nothing wrong with being single.
Could you tell me more about your job?
I'm working full-time as secretary to the president of the company.
A secretary to the president? That sounds like a good job. You must get good pay. How much do you make?
I'd prefer not to talk about that if you don't mind.
Lisa, what did you think about the questions that she asked?
Well, in our conversation, the girl who asked the foreign friend those questions, actually they are very typical questions. Chinese will be curious to know, to find out those things like find out how much is your bag and how much money did you earn, and also talk about why are you married, those kind of questions. Those are very typical. And Robin, if sometimes people ask you those inappropriate questions, what would you do?
Usually it can be easy to turn the conversation. I can change it smoothly to another topic that I feel comfortable talking about.
Okay.
Maybe I might just say, wow, my headache is killing me.
OK， 老师问他说，万一有些人问你这些 inappropriate question， 你会有什么反应？他说，常常他就会转话题，转一些话题是他觉得比较舒服的话题，比如说 My headache is killing me. Well, that is another key word, kill. Kill 不是杀死的那个意思哈 ，kill has a different meaning in this skit. So maybe we can talk about kill.
Okay. Kill, she explained, does not mean to really kill anybody. It just means it causes you a lot of pain. It's an overstatement. So if it causes pain to somebody, you could say it's killing me. Maybe your back pain or your toothache is killing me. My headache is killing me. You could even say, oh, my homework, it's killing me. That's okay.
All right. Something is killing me. 就是哎呀，这些是使我疼痛难挨，痛苦极了哈。当然这是有点夸张的一个说法，但是却是很贴切的，就是我什么东西my back pain is killing me. That means that you really have a back pain. Okay, so 刚刚他讲到的这些 questions， 我们刚刚 dialogue at the conversation 2出现的这些 inappropriate questions, students should try to avoid asking these questions to any foreign guest. I think it's a great time that we take a break, and we will come back to talk about cover more about keywords and phrases.
Admit.
To agree something is true, especially when you are sorry or surprised about something.
Mandy is unwilling to admit being jealous of her sister.
Mandy 不愿意承认她嫉妒她的姐姐或者是妹妹啊。
Stinky.
With a very unpleasant smell.
Stinky tofu actually tastes better than it smells.
臭豆腐吃起来比闻起来好。
Humidity.
The amount of water in the air.
The humidity is expected to be high today.
今天的湿度会很高。
Fast-paced.
Including a lot of different things happening quickly.
Doris is used to managing at a fast-paced working environment.
Doris 习惯快速步调的工作。
Secretary to the President.
A job title of a person who only works for the president. Some also called executive secretary.
Lisa used to be the secretary to the president at Crown Van Lines.
Lisa 过去是 Crown Van Lines 的总裁秘书。
Prefer.
To like or want something or someone more than others.
Which do you prefer, the red or the white one?
你较喜欢哪个？是红的还是白的？ Alright, right now let me repeat those keywords and give you Chinese translation and also another new example to each keyword.
Admit.
承認
George would never admit to being wrong.
George 從來不承認自己是錯的。
Stinky.
味道難聞的。
Do not offer stinky tofu to your foreign visitors unless they ask for it.
别给你的外国访客吃臭豆腐，除非他们要求要吃。
Humidity.
潮湿。
I don't mind hot weather, but I hate this high humidity.
天热我无所谓，但是潮湿呢，我就受不了了。
Fast-paced.
节奏快速的。
It's going to be a challenge to take this fast-paced job. Let me think about it and get back to you.
接受这份节奏这么快速的工作将是个挑战，让我想想看，再回复你。
Secretary to the President.
总裁秘书。
This company posted a job wanted for Secretary to the President.
这个公司刊登了群采广告，是关于总裁秘书的广告。
Prefer.
更喜欢。
I prefer tea to coffee.
我更喜欢茶多过咖啡。Well, today's similar expression is going to be a little different. Okay, we are going to talk about some topics, some acceptable topics and some unacceptable topics for small talk.
The first set of topics are topics for small talk that are acceptable. They're good ones. People will feel comfortable. But the second set, you should avoid. Don't talk about our second set of topics.
OK， 接下去我们要看的 similar expression 是有一点不一样。老师要谈的是 small talk 的话题，有些是合适的，有些是不合适的。同学们可以好好的记住哪些是合适的，哪些是不合适的。OK， 接下去我们要看一些合适的话题，有好多项目哈。我们来请Robin 老师来开始。
Acceptable topics. Journey. How was your flight?
OK， 可以谈的话题，这个是最安全了。谈到人家的旅游是怎么样，特别是刚从国外来的客人，你总是可以问 ，Hey, how was your flight？ 你的旅游怎么样
Weather. What is the weather like where you are from?
Okay, talk about weather. This is another safe topic to talk about. What is the weather like where you're from? 你来自的那个地方天气是怎么样的？这是很好的话题。
Family. Can you tell me about your family, Mr. Jones?
OK， 这个 family 呢，其实要看你跟这个外国客户的关系怎么样。如果是初次见面的 ，may not be appropriate for the one you first met, right? But it's okay. 如果这个是过去的客户，你可以问他说 ，Hey, can you tell me more about your family, Mr. Jones? OK.
Job. How do you like the job you do?
How do you like the job you do? 这总是很 safe topic， 因为在商场上每一个人都有一份工作，所以你就可以问他说 How do you like the job you do?
Interests, hobbies, leisure activities. What do you do in your leisure time?
OK， 我们今天学了这个单字 leisure time 哈 leisure activities， 你的兴趣、你的嗜好，这些都是很好的话题，在谈话的当中非常 acceptable。What do you do in your free time？ 或者是 What do you do in your leisure time？ Very good topic.
Hometown. How large is the city you are from?
谈论到他们来自的故乡，很多人很喜欢谈他们的故乡。OK， 大大小小的城市，他们都很开心要谈自己的家乡。So this is a good topic to talk about. How large is the city you are from? 你来自的这个家乡到底多大
Food. Do you like Chinese food, Miss Smith?
Okay, food is another topic to talk about. People love to talk about food. How do you like? Do you like Chinese food? That's a good topic.
Plans. Do you have plans to visit some of our scenic spots while you're here?
OK， 问到他们这个来访的计划，总是他们会有计划的哈，你可以问他们。 接下来我们要谈的是一些 unacceptable topics you should avoid. Okay? They are
Age. How old are you?
OK， 这些第一个是你要避免谈论人家的年龄，不要问人家 How old are you?
Marriage status. Why aren't you married yet?
OK， 问人家婚姻，哎，你为什么还没结婚 ？Why aren't you married？ 这个大概也不要问，会让人家不舒服。还有呢
Money matters. How much money do you make?
OK， 也不要问人家关于你赚多少钱，这也是很 personal 的事情，不要问。还有
Weight. You gained weight. You look fatter than your picture.
OK， 比如说谈论人家的体重，说嘿。你好像胖了，我们中国人觉得胖了是发福是好的，有人觉得很好啊，表示你日子过得很好。但是在西方的社会，你说人家gain weight 对人家是很冒犯的，或者是你本人看起来比照片还要胖 ，That's not good either. Okay, there's some other thing we should avoid.
Religion and politics. What are your religious beliefs?Which party do you support?
OK， 还有一个就是关于人家的宗教信仰，或是他所支持的政党，这个也要避免，不要问到人家这样子的事情，就是我们可能觉得无所谓，但是如果 you do business with the foreigners and those topics you should avoid talking about them. OK， 接下来老师要再次的播放这两个对话。OK， 第一个对话是 acceptable， 这个人问的所有的问题都是很适合的主题。在 making small talk is a good topics to talk about。第二个对话是 unacceptable， you should avoid， 你应该避免犯他所犯的错误，不要做一样的事哈。And of course， 我们这个对话还会把那个就是没有那个字幕，所以同学可以 pay attention to those dialogues. Okay, I think that would be a good time to watch our skits one more time. So, Robin, is this your first visit to Taiwan?
Yes, it is.
What's your first impression of Taiwan?
Well, I have to admit, the food is really delicious, but I'm not into eating stinky tofu and chicken feet.
What about the weather? Is it very different than where you're from?
It's very different, actually. Where I'm from, it's very hot and dry. Taiwan is hot too, but the humidity is killing me.
I'm sorry to hear that. I would guess our traffic situation must have been really challenging for you as well.
You can say that again. It's like a ride at an amusement park.
What do you do in your leisure time?
Since I have a family, I spend time with my kids after work and stay busy taking them to school activities. And you?
Well, in my free time, I enjoy cooking and reading. How do you like your job?
If all my business trips were this nice, I would enjoy it more. Actually, I enjoy my job a lot.
So do I. I enjoy the challenge of a fast-paced job.
Hi, Brenda. My name's Tessia. How do you do?
Nice to meet you, Tessia.
I really like your briefcase. Where did you get it? How much did it cost?
Well, actually, it was a Christmas gift. I don't have any idea of the price and wouldn't dare to ask.
Are you married?
Well, not yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. There's nothing wrong with being single.
Could you tell me more about your job?
I'm working full-time as secretary to the president of the company.
A secretary to the president? That sounds like a good job. You must get good pay. How much do you make?
I'd prefer not to talk about that if you don't mind.
Okay, so 同学们 did you learn something from our examples today in our conversations? I hope so. You should avoid those questions you shouldn't ask and practice those questions you should ask. So that will make your small talk to be a great one. Well, right now we are going to move on. Your turn. Is this your first visit to Taiwan?
Yes, it is.
这个是最好的一个开始，也是很适合讨论的话题，就是你是初次来访吗？ How was your flight?
It was okay.
OK， 问人家关于刚来到台湾的访客，问人家 How was your flight？ 你的班机，你的航班怎么样？就是你的旅游怎么样 ？That would be a good question to talk. What is your first impression of Taiwan?
The fruit is great, but the traffic is really bad.
OK， 我们看到了这个题目这个话题就是问人家你初次来访对台湾的印象是什么样 ？What is your first impression of Taiwan？ 这个 impression 我们在第一课就学到了这个 keyword， 对台湾初次的印象。他就说到 fruit is great and the traffic is really bad。水果很棒，但是交通有点糟糕。OK， 我们来看，还有下一个也是好的话题。What do you like to do in your free time?
I love sports. I go hiking, swimming, and play tennis.
Okay, 这是很 safe topic to talk about, acceptable topics. You can ask what do they like to do in their free time. OK， 然后他就会讨论到他喜欢做什么，他喜欢 sports, go hiking, swimming 去健行，去游泳，或者是 play tennis 打网球。还有就是可以问人家 Could you tell me more about your hometown?
I grew up in the Midwest, in a little town called Throckmorton.
OK， 问人家你的故乡他说他在哪里长大西部然后这个城市叫 Throckmorton. OK, we can also talk about weather, like hey, what is the weather like where you are from?
It is hot in summer and cold in winter. The fall is beautiful.
This is a good topic to talk about when you are making a small talk. Talk about weather. 然后对方就说 It's hot in summer and cold in winter. The fall is beautiful. 夏天很热冬天很冷。然后 fall 就是秋天，天气很好。Okay, we have more to talk about, like what are your working hours?
I work from 8 to 5.
Okay, 这是另外一个非常acceptable topics because people they all work. You can ask their working hours. And then we can also ask them, would you mind telling me more about your family?
I have 2 children. My wife is a housewife. I love my family.
这个部分也是一样，可能老师也说过，也可以问人家关于他的家里，但是可能对初次来访的客人，我不觉得很适合问这个问题。但是一般的朋友，外国朋友 ，you can ask them about. Would you mind telling me more about your family? If they say I do, that means they don't want to talk about it. 你就 drop this question. But if they are willing to talk about, they will give you more information. Okay, like 这一题，他就说 I have 2 children, but my wife is a housewife. I love my family, so that's okay for that person. I think this is about time. I think we can wrap it up for today. But before we close it for today, I'd like our foreign teacher Robin to give us a few highlights about what we learned today.
I think probably the most important thing to remember is that these acceptable and unacceptable topics are just to make people feel comfortable. So practice. Go out and look for someone and try your English using acceptable topics.
All right, students, find some time and practice those topics. I hope you enjoy learning English with us. Enjoy your day and come back next time. Bye bye.